We all probably know at this point, if you've done any research on fat loss, you need to create a calorie deficit in order to lose fat. But what are 5 things that people may overlook in order to make this process easier? And these are 5 things that are going to be game changers for you. The first one is sleep. Now, we know sleep's important for a number of reasons, but one mechanism that people don't really realize is hunger hormones. So leptin suppresses appetite. Ghrelin is a hormone that increases hunger. So if you are sleeping poorly, undersleeping, these hormones get thrown out and you are going to find yourself craving more food, and it's going to be a lot harder to stick to your diet. So not only does sleep play an important role on clinging onto muscle mass when you are in a deficit, it is also going to make the dieting process easier by controlling your hunger hormones. So make sure that you are taking care of your sleep is the first point of call. Now, a common mistake when you're trying to lose fat is burning the candle at both ends by undersleeping and then trying to outrun your diet by doing tons and tons of cardio. And what this ends up doing is just knackering yourself out, and then you're not able to recover, not able to perform in the gym, the weights go down. We don't want this. So how can we burn more calories without completely tiring ourselves out and trying to do too much? And this comes down to a step count. People still don't realize that, you know, hitting 10,000 steps per day, depending on how much you weigh, is probably going to burn on average more calories than your weight sessions for sure, and also many cardio sessions. So if you do a weight session, you may only burn 50, 100 calories, something like that. But if you're doing 10,000 steps a day, I can guarantee you'll be burning more than that. You'll be burning probably 300 to 500 calories depending on your body weight, maybe even more if you're a heavy person. So it's important that you get your activity levels up. You create this habit of just walking every day, either factoring it into your walk to work, you know, traveling halfway by public transport and walking. Can you go meet your friends and walk there, walk halfway? And once you start creating this habit around your lifestyle, you're going to find that you're burning far more calories, and this is going to make it easier to stick to your fat loss goals. Now, the third thing I'm going to talk about is not overthinking the scale weight. And I can tell you this with first-hand experience, having coached hundreds of clients and also gone through a photo shoot prep myself. So the scale weight can be very strange, and you know, you could be doing all the right things. You could be having 1900 calories a day, you could be doing loads of steps, you could be doing loads of cardio, loads of gym, but the weight may not drop off, and it's not a linear process. You cannot expect the scale weight to just drop continuously like this. There's going to be fluctuations. It's going to be more like an oscillating graph, and it's completely normal if the scale weight stalls for even up to like 10 days or 2 weeks, because there's so many factors that impact your water weight. Carbs lead to water retention, so for every gram of carbs we have to use 3 to 4 grams of water to store them within the muscle cells in the form of glycogen. If you have, you know, extra sodium, this leads to water retention. Alcohol intake, water retention. When you first start taking creatine, potentially the menstrual cycle for women will impact water weight fluctuations. There's so many factors that are going to impact your water weight, including the timing of day that you're eating. Maybe you ate later the night before, and so because we cannot control all these things, it's good to let go of the daily fluctuations. This is why I like to get my clients doing weekly averages. So although you may be taking daily weigh-ins at the same time each day, if you're looking at the average week to week and you're seeing that that is trending down, you know what you're doing is working. And this allows you to let go and stop fixating on the day-to-day moves and look at the bigger picture. Whereas if you only take a weigh-in once a week at a random time of day, your weight could fluctuate up to 2-3 kilos, and then you're going to get disheartened when you think what you're doing is not working, when in actual fact you just don't have enough data to look at. So make sure that you are looking at averages of your body weight each week, but not fixating on this, because if you know what you're doing is the right approach, the results will come in time. Now, this leads me nicely onto the fourth tip, which is focus on short-term habits, short-term targets that are going to lead to your overall goal, and don't get overwhelmed on how far away the big goal seems. So a lot of people get disheartened if they are trying to lose 20 kilos. They think they have to lose so much weight and it just seems overwhelming and too far away. Now, if you actually focus on losing your first kilogram and that's all you focus on, what are the habits that you need to do today increasing the step count, getting a good night's sleep, going to the gym, the things that we've spoken about. If you do those things daily for a week or two, you'll probably find that you are losing your first kilogram before you know it. And then that is going to then motivate you because you're hitting a more realistic target. And then once you do that over a number of weeks, you'll start gradually getting more towards that that goal that seemed overwhelming initially. So focus on losing your first kilogram, not losing 20 kilograms or the goal that seems too far in the distance. This applies to everyone, right? If you think about a marathon runner, if they are 3 months away from the marathon, the build up and the training, it seems so far away to actually run that distance when they're training and building up to it. But what they need to focus on is doing 2 kilometers more or a little bit more than they did last time. And this applies to anyone trying to build a business and focusing on earning a huge amount of money. When you're just starting a business, it's going to overwhelm you. So you have to think about processes, be process orientated, and then tick off those things that you need to do each day to get to that longer term goal. The 5th and final underrated point, which is very difficult as a human to actually manage, is patience. And this goes for everyone again. It takes time to see results in the mirror. You may be doing everything right, you may be doing the right things, but it's just not realistic to lose a dramatic amount of weight in 1 week, in 2 weeks. Think about it like this: if you spent 3 years out of the gym, eating more food than you know you should have, maybe gaining a bit of weight in lockdown, do you think that it's realistic to lose that weight in 2 weeks if it's taken you 2 or 3 years of gaining that weight steadily over time? So make sure that you are realistic in your expectations from the start and try and stay patient, because if you can stay process focused and tick off what you need to be doing, I guarantee you the time's going to pass so quickly anyway. 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line, 5 months down the line, you'll look back at those progress pictures and think, wow, I did not realize that was possible. So I guarantee you will get incredible results if you can stick to it long term. However, most people get impatient and then stop doing all of the good things that they've been doing up to this point because they're frustrated that it hasn't happened overnight. So I cannot emphasize this enough. Patience. All of my clients that have made amazing progress have that mindset of just going again, keep doing what they're doing, and trying not to get too demotivated on movements in scale weight. So I hope those 5 tips you find useful. If you found the video useful, please drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you'd like some further support getting to your fat loss goals, I would love to support you in getting there. You can check my client results in the website linked in the video description and apply for coaching there. You can book in for a free call with me and we can just have a quick chat about your goals, see if we're a good fit for each other. If you found this video useful, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel as I say. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.